Welcome everyone. It's our Tuesday night team call, and we have a very special guest, a dear friend of mine that I met because of LifeVantage and this amazing company. And I wanted to introduce Joanne Shearer Parkin. She is a master level registered dietitian, and she has a master's level nutritionist with over 40 years of experience in multiple practices. And she was actually the head dietitian at the Avera Heart Hospital right here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, until she retired a few years ago. So the reason I invited Joanne on tonight, because her expertise in dietitian and nutrition, and there's so many people right now struggling because of the recent lockdown and being on the quarantine. They call it the quarantine 15. There's a lot of people struggling with weight gain because of 2 months not getting out exercising, and it was just a really an idea I had that, hey, for the 90-day challenge for our summer, let's all promote this PhysiQ weight management system, because it's a smarter weight management system that our company developed with some real science. And I want Joanne to explain each of the products and why they're so key, and then give us some tips on what we can do to really strategize our weight management and healthy lifestyle for the next 3 months.
Thank you everybody for joining and hopping on. And yes, over the years, I've had a ton of experience in weight management. I've read dozens and maybe even about 100. I lost track of how many research articles over the years that I've actually, that I've read and studied. And I've probably counseled, I'm not kidding, I bet 3,000 people in weight management over the years. So I have a ton of experience in this area. And there are some three key things that I really learned from all those years of being in weight management and counseling people. And these are the three that I'm going to talk about tonight. I mean, there's more than that, but I'm going to talk about, number one is that, and you all probably know this already, if any of you have tried to lose some weight, you know that losing weight is easier than maintaining it. How many of you know that? Huh? Raise your hand. Yep. Yeah, it's actually kind of easier to lose it than to maintain. Secondly, is that it's not so much, it's not as important as how much you weigh on the scale and what the scale says, but it's more important about where you carry your weight. So I'm going to talk about that. And the other third thing is emerging. This is like some of the really emerging research, is that a healthy gut promotes a healthy weight. Those three areas. And our LifeVantage system of products addresses all three areas. And this is how we do that. So let's start with the first one. Why is it that people lose the weight but struggle to maintain it? And there's a couple things. I'd say one of the things is that sustainability is one thing, because I think people go on some crazy, bizarre diets that are not sustainable in the long run. So whatever program that you choose and decide to follow in terms of an eating plan, nutrition plan, whatever that might be, just keep this foremost in your brain. Number one, is this something I can do tomorrow, today, tomorrow, next month, next year? Can I still be on this eating plan 5 years from now? So you have to keep that in your brain, that this is absolutely going to be a lifestyle behavioral program that you're going to follow, right, with your food. Food is key and critically important, so it must be sustainable. The other reason why people don't maintain the weight loss is because they not only lose fat, they also lose muscle. I was reading some statistics that said, for, let's say you lose 3 pounds of weight and you're on a lower calorie diet, you're on this low cal diet, and you lose 3 pounds. Of the 3 pounds, up to 1 pound of that can be muscles. So this is key, because this is why people rebound and gain the weight back. It's because not only do they lose the fat, they lose muscle. And muscle is biologically more active. Muscle doesn't weigh more than fat. Fat displaces more space on your body. So a blob of fat is going to be, take up more space. But, it's just that fat is a blob. It sits there. Whereas muscles, you're burning them, you're working them. You're using your muscles, and they're burning calories. So the more you work those muscles, the more calories, of course, you're going to burn. But the muscles are your fat burning machine, literally. So this is what happens. People lose weight, but they're losing lean body mass. What does that do? That lowers your metabolic rate, the overall rate at which you're burning calories. Most of the calories that you burn actually are what the calories that you burn at rest, actually. So, and if you have, and all of your organs are made up of muscles. So the one thing you want to focus on is preserving your lean body mass. How do you do that? You make sure in your nutrition plan, you are getting high quality protein at every meal, at least 3 times to 4 times a day. And how do you, space it out? Some people will say, yeah, I'm going to get I'm going to get I'll get in 50 grams of protein at lunch and 50 at dinner. But no, you want to space it out 3 to 4 times a day because your body can only utilize and absorb so much protein at a time. One way to build your muscle mass and to get more lean body mass is through PhysiQ. Now, this is the old canister now it comes in bags. We kept the canister, so we dumped the bags in here, right? It's easier to scoop it out. So this is one thing, is that one way to help to build lean body mass. While you're losing the fat, you're going to build your lean body mass by taking a high quality whey protein, PhysiQ whey protein. So what is so unique about PhysiQ? Why PhysiQ whey protein? Because there's a ton of protein powders on the market. Why would anybody want to use PhysiQ whey protein? Well, first of all, let's talk about why whey protein, for example. Why would you want to select whey protein and not pea protein or some of the other proteins that are out there, protein powders? Soy protein, why not? Why some of those? Well, because whey protein is made up of something called branched chain amino acids. Now, you don't have to memorize that, but these are the amino acids that are in whey protein that get rapidly absorbed into your muscles and help you to build muscle. The ingredients what are they? Whey protein concentrate. So when you go look at and compare other protein powders and you start pulling those off the shelf, like what Jim and I did, and you'll find whey protein isolate and these products. So why would our company choose whey protein concentrate and not the isolate? This is the reason why. Whey protein concentrate is like a whole food, and the whey protein concentrate has cofactor nutrients, immunoglobulins. That should give you a little clue there. These are nutrients that help enhance and boost your immune system. And there's a ton of research on this. And when I was in critical care nutrition and working in the ICU, what we would do is as soon as a patient was weaned off the ventilator and weaned off of a feeding tube, we would blast them with whey protein concentrate because of the cofactor immunoglobulins, nutrients in the whey protein concentrate that would help to boost their immune system. And not only would they get the benefit of the whey protein concentrate in building their muscles, which they lost by just laying in that bed and not moving them, right? They would also get these immune factors. And how important is that right now, where we are with the concern with COVID-19, right? To keep our immune systems perking at high gear. So that's number one, whey protein concentrate. The other thing you want to know about our whey protein and our protein shake is that it is all wholesome. It is clean. There are no artificial flavorings and colorings or artificial sweeteners. That was the other thing too when we were looking, Jim and I were looking at the grocery store. Of all that rows of products, I think we found one only one that came close, that even came close to being what's in this PhysiQ shake. And by the way, it's not a complete meal. That's one thing about the PhysiQ products is that this is not the program, right? Like many people will go and enroll in a weight management program. And then of course, part of that program is going to be they're just going to kind of, use products and maybe eat a meal a day. Well, this is a little different. These products are designed to help you, to support you in whatever nutrition program you're on, a nutrition plan, and to support your fitness program, right? It's, think of it as the third leg of a three-leg stool. You have the nutrition, you have the fitness, and then you have the PhysiQ products. That's the other third leg of that three-leg stool when it comes to your weight management system. So this is going to help you to build the lean body mass along with adequate protein at 3 to 4 meals a day. So you have to have higher protein content, right? You're going to have to maybe cut back on some carbs and increase your protein. For women, that would be maybe 80 to 90 grams a day minimum. Guys, maybe up to 150. But the PhysiQ can be part of that 18 grams of high quality whey protein, 2 shakes a day, 2 scoops a day. We make it into a complete meal for breakfast. We will have this with some berries. We add some full fat Greek yogurt. Fat is going to stay in your stomach longer and keep you feeling fuller longer. So we add some flaxseed, we add berries. I think it's the berries. We mix it up, scoop of collagen powder in there too. So we make it into a complete meal. And then we will add maybe, I make homemade granola bars. We're playing pickleball. We're very active in the morning. We need a little extra carbs for the pickleball court, at least I do. I run out of fuel. So I make these homemade granola bars. Oh my gosh, I'm sending my recipe, Marilyn. So this is key. Remember, you want to keep the lean and lose the fat and add some weight training. Second key point that I made in the beginning was that it's not just how much weight you lose when you look at the scale, and it's not how much weight you actually are carrying, but it's where are you carrying that weight. The weight around your middle, if you have a high waist circumference, and this is where you tend to carry your weight, and the belly fat. That belly fat is toxic. That increases inflammation in your body. It increases oxidative stress. It increases your risk of heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure. In fact, increases, like I said, increases inflammation. And so we really want to target that belly fat when you are on your weight management program. So that's where we come in with our second. Actually, I'm going to go down here to a little PowerPoint program that I did here a while back. But all the science is fine. This is still accurate on our fat burn. So this is the second product that's going to help you with targeting that belly fat. The fat burn is going to really help you to lose that toxic belly fat. Now, I can tell you, I've had a lot of experience with fat burn products over the years, and some of those fat burn products are actually kind of dangerous because they are what we call thermogenic, and they kind of increase your heart rate. It can put a little stress on your heart. That is not good. Increase your blood pressure. That is not good. You do not have to worry about that with this product. And so I was thrilled when I first started researching this. It's just phenomenal genius of a product. The active ingredients in here, primary active ingredients called Sinotrol. Sinotrol ingredients are citrus extracts, red orange, sweet orange, bitter orange, and grapefruit. There's also a small amount of guarana. But how does Sinotrol work? How do these citrus extracts, completely benign and safe, right? Citrus extracts from the Mediterranean. Sinotrol works at the cellular level. It signals your fat cells to release the fat to be burned as energy. Genius. And it particularly targets the belly fat. So here's an example of a study done with 100 people, men and women, and they gave them the Sinotrol, this dosage that's in here in our fat burn, and then they did this for 12 weeks. Notice that they weren't on any real strict diet, right? And they threw in a little 30 minutes of exercise a week. In other words, they're really not, no really intense exercise going on. So what were the results? Because they had a group of people, like I said, there was 100 people, and half of them were taking the placebo. And these were the results. And you can see the significant reduction in the waist circumference of those on the Sinotrol, reduction in abdominal fat. Look at that, there's almost a 10% reduction in abdominal fat. They actually had improvement in their blood sugars. Now, I don't know what the blood sugar levels were. I think they were pretty normal in these people, but they had actually a benefit in their blood sugar levels, whereas those on placebo had an increase. Look at this C-reactive protein decreased by 23%. C-reactive protein is a marker of inflammation. Think about that. Marker of inflammation, reduce the inflammation with this. Look at the oxidative stress came down a little bit. Glutathione was increased a little bit, and superoxide dismutase increased by 17%. So this is probably why the oxidative stress reduced, because of the citrus extracts in here actually had a benefit in reducing the oxidative stress. We know that protanum nerve 2 reduces oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. Well, you take this too when you're on, take your nerve 2 plus this is going to give you additional benefit. So really, really amazing. And so this was what they found, was that the sinotrol versus the placebo, look at that, the abdominal fat reduction, 2.5 times greater, and also the hips and the waist fat burning effect. In other words, they measured the amount of free fatty acids, almost 10 times greater. This is really a great product, guys. This is amazing. And I know people that have taken the fat burn that has had a significant reduction in their waist circumference with this, without making a significant dramatic changes in any other aspects of their diet. So pretty cool. So then the last product would be the PhysiQ Weight Management System, is the prebiotic for the healthy gut. So the prebiotic, I can't hardly talk about a prebiotic unless I also talk about a probiotic. So I got to talk about both of these because I think they're both important. Technically, this is not a part of the PhysiQ Weight Management products. There's the 3 of them, the protein shake, the fat burn, and the prebiotic. But this is really essential and goes with it. And for anyone that is going to be on the 90-day challenge or indefinitely, you need both. Really, you do need both. So why do you need these 2 products? Well, the probiotics are, this one particular diet from Life Antage has 6,000 colony forming units of 6 strains of healthy gut bacteria. Fantastic probiotic, nothing like it on the market. Contains an added ingredient called Wellmune, which actually helps to modulate your immune system. Another really critical thing, right? To help with your immune system as well as our probiotic. And then we have the prebiotic, which is the fertilizer for the probiotic bacteria. So I think the greatest example that you can give to anyone is the idea of the seeds in the garden, which is your probiotic, that seeds your gut. And then the prebiotic is the fertilizer, and that fertilizes the probiotic bacteria. Both are critically important for weight management. And I'm going to show you, I'll tell you this is why, because our probiotic has this amazing technology built into the pill. So it delivers the healthy bacteria into your large intestine. These bacteria, for them to really work for you and do the job for the health benefits, need to get way down into your large intestine. So there's something called the BioTrack technology built into these pills. So first of all, you get 60% of the bacteria surviving the stomach acid, whereas other probiotics, it's only 4%. So this is amazing, right? That alone. Then they get delivered, these probiotic bacteria get delivered down into your large intestine. So once they get there, that's where they do the biggest amount of work, is down low in the large bowel. Then what you do is that you take the prebiotic, because this is then going to fertilize this and cause these little guys to multiply and grow. They're going to crowd out the bad bugs in your intestinal tract. The fibers that are in here are not digestible. These are non-digestible fibers that don't get digested at all. They stay intact when they go through your digestive system. There's 4 different types of prebiotic. They call them prebiotic bacteria fibers in here. So they stay intact until they get into your large intestine. Because remember, this is the healthy gut guys that are going to get delivered down there. They're going to feed on this, right? The fertilizer. When that happens, that produces something called short chain fatty acids. It's like gut fuel, first of all. So good for your gut. helps preserve your gut integrity, which means that it makes your gut like work better, lowering all that inflammation that you might have in your gut. The other thing that happens when you take these two together is that when the probiotics feed on this, it produces anti-hunger hormones. You might have heard of one of them called leptin. So this triggers the gut-brain axis. These anti-hunger hormones tell your brain you're full. Okay? So this is a great strategy with the healthy gut. So you naturally will feel satisfied eating less food and you won't be as hungry, right? The other benefit of the prebiotic is that it has added amino acids called L-amino acids, which attach to receptors in your cells called the L receptors. Why is that important? Because that helps you with your appetite control as well. So you get for control of your appetite, so you're not as hungry and wanting to munch and eat all the time. This is critical, right? This is a key component for your weight management system, weight management efforts. And you can do this in the long term. See, this is a long-term strategy for overall health. So so that's the key products. Okay, so what did we talk about? PhysiQ Weight Management System is to support your weight management efforts, right? What are we trying to do with these products? You have to be, first of all, I want to say back up a little bit. You need to be committed and dedicated to making lifestyle changes, right? Because this is for people who are, where you're serious about this. You really want to lose that quarantine 15 and you're really working on it, right? And you're really now you're kind of like, hey, the sun's out, man, you can get out and you can start working out and exercising, sun's shining. And so you're going to really get with it, right? And so these are really going to help you remember you're going to what? You're going to lose the fat and keep the lean. With a protein shake is going to help you with that. The fat burn is going to help you to lose that belly fat. So what you should do with this process, with this program too, is Marilyn, you're going to have them all measure their waist circumference, okay? Have them all measure their waist circumference when you start this and see where you are 3 months from now. You will be amazed because that toxic belly fat, that's where you want to target is that belly fat. And then of course, this is going to help you with your appetite control. It's just going to help you lose the right kind of weight, won't be so painful, so you're not going to be hungry all the time, and that you're going to be able to maintain this, right? You're going to be able to stick with it in the long term. It's not something that you just do temporary and just like get on a diet, or you get on you go to this weight loss center for this program. This is actually something that you can really do at home, right? And that you can do in the long term. I hope this has been helpful for all of you here as you embark on this 90-day challenge to get fit and to get healthy, to lose that extra weight, convert that fat to muscle. That's the plan, right? Going to convert the fat to muscle, right?
Well, thank you so much. We're going to let you go, and we appreciate your time. You did an excellent job.
Glad I could help. All right, take care.
Thank you so much, everyone.